Hello, everyone. Welcome to Therapy Clips with Dr. O. Today, our topic will focus on protective factors. So, what are protective factors? Protective factors are things that contribute to mental health and allow a person to be resilient in the face of challenges. Someone with a lot of protective factors, such as strong relationships and healthy coping skills, will be better equipped to overcome life obstacles. Many protective factors are out of your control. For example, genetics, the neighborhood where you grew up, and family cannot be changed. However, plenty of protective factors can be controlled. You choose the people in your life, how to cope with problems, and how you spend each day. By focusing on what you can control and building upon those protective factors, you will improve your ability to cope with many of life challenges. So here are the categories of protective factors first, and then we will talk about each category. So the first category is social support. The next is physical health. The next is self esteem. And then we have coping skills, a sense of purpose, and finally, healthy thinking. So now we're going to focus on the category of social support. That includes the ability to talk about problems, people to ask for practical help, like a ride if your car breaks down, and feelings of love, intimacy, or friendship. The next category is physical health. That includes adequate exercise and physical activity, a balanced and healthy diet, and medical compliance, such as taking your medications as prescribed. Our third category is self esteem. That is the belief that oneself has values, acceptance of personal flaws, weaknesses, and mistakes, and belief in the ability to overcome challenges. Our fourth category is coping skills. That is the ability to manage uncontrollable emotions in a healthy way, awareness of your own emotions, and recognition of how they influence your behavior. A sense of purpose is the fifth category, and that means your involvement in work, education, and other roles, such as parenting, and your understanding of personal values and living in accordance to those values. And our final category is healthy thinking. That means that you do not ruminate. And ruminate means to go over and over and over again in your mind on mistakes or personal flaws or problems. It is the ability to consider personal strengths and weaknesses rationally. So, next, if you're working with me, then we will focus on our worksheets. And this is page 2 of the worksheet. And it's just some simple questions that you are to answer if you are in my group. If you are not in my group, you can listen. Okay, so number 1, which protective factor has been the most valuable to you during difficult times? And just remember the categories, and if you can't remember, you can play back the video And think of that one protective factor that you have to help you through your difficult times and your difficult days. I'll give you an example of mine. Mine is singing. Whenever I feel down, I go into singing because singing really helps me. Or I eat a piece of candy because I love candy. Okay? And whenever I eat candy, the whole world is beautiful. And anyway, let's move on. So, number 2, specifically, have you used this protective factor to your advantage in the past? Yes. My answer is yes, because the advantage that I get from singing is that I step into a world of lyrics, a world of music, a world of the beat, and a world of practicing my vocals. So it really takes me away from my issues, my problems, and into a world of beauty for me. So what will your protective factor do for you? Once again, what will your protective factor do for you? What's the benefit and what's the advantage that you will receive from using your protective factor? Now, we all can stand a little improvement in our lives. So what protective factors do you need to improve upon? Now, the next question is, or really it's a statement. The next statement is to describe how things might be different if you were to improve upon your protective factors. And then the final statement is to list specific steps or actions that might help to make these goals a reality. So this has been a brief presentation on protective factors. Now, if you're in my group, you are to work on this particular exercise, write it in your assignment notebook, the answers, and also while you are writing, reflect on the questions before you answer, and reflect on your protective factors and how these protective factors will help you to get through your difficult times. Once again, this has been Dr. O, bringing you therapy clips from Human Service Consultants. With this, I like to say thank you for your time. Have a blessed day. Love someone, but also love yourself, because you are important. Be blessed.